Yeah, but first of all, the first thing I want to say is thank you for being the first person on the podcast, even though you ended up being like a crash dummy essentially.
Yeah, I've noticed everyone had a lot of fun questions. I don't remember what mine was about.
Do you mean like you didn't like your questions?
No, I just remember everyone was very entertaining and mine was very boring.
I mean, I liked going.
It was also because it was me.
No.
I think I'm a very boring person.
Yeah, I think it's because I don't think you want to necessarily listen to yourself as much as you want to listen to other people.
Yeah, it was kind of off in the background.
But I like listening to you and you talk about Scotty and us talk about things. It was just very unfortunate that like a good chunk of it was like us figuring the audio shit out. Unfortunately.
Oh my god! Yeah, because your Discord is dumb.
It did end up being mine, but don't fucking laugh at me. What the fuck? But yeah. I like the saying just make it first and then make it better later, and you were essentially just you and me making it first, and then everybody else was making it better later. So thank you for being the first victim to this.
It's okay. I'm used to being first. I am the oldest.
Really?
Of my siblings, yes.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 2.
Huh. I thought you were the second. I don't know why. I thought you were the secondary kid.
No. No, my sister is like, I think people when I talk about my sister, they think she's older than me. She's very mature and like very self-assured of herself and stuff.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, she kind of made a name for herself very easily, where I was very I'm still trying to figure out life, right? Even at 25. It's like she's getting married, she's like figured out what she wants to do with her life. Like she's always been more outgoing and exciting and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, when you're more outgoing, like you essentially get to like try and fail more, and then through that you figure out the shit that you want.
Yeah.
But I still think you're doing pretty well for yourself.
Yeah, I think we're just very different, and a lot of people think she's older than me. But no, that's my baby sister.
That's so cute. Okay, so I was in Mexico for 2 weeks. You know this, right?
Yes.
One of the things that was just like silently irking me was people being like, oh, like Nano looks like your older brother. And I get it. He has like really thick facial hair now. He has big ass muscles. I get it.
He's got facial hair?
Yeah, because like we grow hair pretty fast. That is a genetic thing in my family. Like I'm never gonna have to worry about male pattern baldness. But
well, good for you. I'm not even a man and I have to worry about pattern baldness.
But no. I do have to shave daily, so if I wanted to, I could definitely grow stuff out, but I just don't want to. I don't like the way facial hair looks on me. But Nano has like a slight mustache and a slight beard.
He just looks older.
Yeah, he just looks older.
Just old man.
And like throughout the whole thing, it was just like I wasn't like mad about it. I get it, but it was irking me a little. And it's like I gotta fucking start lifting again. I cannot let this shit stand. This is slander.
Yeah, you were sidelined as the younger sibling, like me.
Yeah. So what I mean to say is hashtag relatable.
Yeah.
But I was gone for 2 weeks. Has anything been going on in your life?
Not really. I mean, we're packing. We're getting ready to go. I've just mostly been packing. The summer session started at my school, which has led to a whole lot of drama and craziness. Because our pools were not, well, all of our pools were not ready. There were a lot of damages and issues with the pools. And then there were some teachers who were not making smart decisions, and it was, yeah, it's just been really drama. Yeah, it's just been big drama. It's just a lot of like Abbott Elementary, like there's just so much drama, and like I love it, especially because I'm not really a part of it, so I just get to watch. Because like the drama before this drama, I was not really a part of it, but I was adjacent person, like situation in it, so it was like, okay, I kind of got to keep myself here, but now I could just listen and be like a little gossip nerd because I'm a gossip. I love I love knowing what shit's going on.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I
I'm so
love the
nosy.
chisme.
I'm so nosy. Every time I see my two co-teachers talking in the corner, I'm like, oh, I want to know what they're talking about. I want to be included. I'm so nosy.
I want to be in the room where it happens.
Dude, 100%. I'm so, like, when I get told that there's going to be a meeting about a specific thing, I'm like, oh, I want to be phoned in. If only I could be a fly right now. I just want to know what's going on.
Alright, I'm gonna teach you some Spanish right now. Chisme. That means drama.
Chisme.
Yeah. And then if you call someone a chismosa or chismoso, depending on their gender, that's basically calling them a drama frog.
What is that? What is a drama frog?
That's like somebody who's all into the drama, you know? They love listening.
Oh, so me. It's like, I didn't know that word.
Yeah, you're a chismosa.
I never heard that phrase before.
Yeah, I mean, it's because like it's a Spanish word and it's like more slightly like slangish. But yeah, I love calling people chismosa.
I've never even heard the phrase like drama frog. That's never like this.
Drama frog is like a Twitch thing. But yes, you're a chismosa, and I love that for you.
I love drama. I'm gonna miss it because my school's so messy. Like, there's always something going on, and my school's so messy. I love the drama. I got a coworker who I'm gonna keep up with her because I love her, but she's leaving in August too. So and she is also a chismosa. So we are like, we're always like swapping stories or like talking about like how things collide.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that for you.
Yeah, especially because we're on the outside of the drama. We're just there.
That's the best place to be. On the outside, but just close enough to listen in.
Exactly.
So one of the things that I wanted to talk about with you was something that I talked about with Charlie. I didn't know you were into horror like that.
Oh yeah. No, I was a horror kid. I was a creepypasta kid.
For some reason, this looked completely past me.
I think it's just it used to be such a big thing with my life, and now I'm in my lover girl era. I'm in my lovecore era. Like, I'm just trying to be like, good to myself. And horror movies, it's really hard to take care of myself with horror movies. Especially because I used them to not be nice to myself.
Yeah, I think Charlie mentioned like you used to write a lot of horror stuff. I don't remember you ever giving me anything like this.
Ooh, I should send you my thing. I'm actually working on a collection of my
Yeah, she
stuff.
told me and I was like, oh my god, I want to read it.
Yeah. Did you never read Mother-Daughter Time?
No.
It was the fic I wrote, not even a fic, it's a story. It's not a fic. It's my own thing. That I wrote for my creative writing class. And it is a story about Issa and her mom, one of Hanzo C's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's essentially a torture pic, like a torture porn, because that's the kind of horror that like messes with me, is the gore and psychological aspects of it, of torture and body horror. So that's what I wrote about it. But yeah, I have so I have that. I have a couple retellings of mythology with more gory descriptions and grossness.
Because like
stuff like that.
Because like, my general perception of you is like, the pink Minecraft house girl that like does the farming and asks for materials. And like, I love that for you. There's nothing wrong with that. But then getting like the group DM of you begging us to play the next Saw game with you.
Oh wait,
it's like, what the fuck?
No, it's the pinky cute girl that's listening to the true crime podcast. Like, it's
yeah.
But I don't like true crime. I got really into horror when I was really little. I want to say really little. I was like, I think I was like maybe 10. I mean, my first run-in with horror was the Jaws movie. I was obsessed with, like, anytime my parents were wanting to watch Jaws, I was always like sneak watching in the corner. I was a very quiet kid. My parents said they made me believe that they could have another one, and then my sister had a lot of stomach issues, so she screamed and cried all the time as a baby. So, but no, I guess I've always been kind of like into horror or gory, bloody things.
Mhm.
My dad says, when we lived in a house in Lee Summit, for anyone who knows where that is, it's in Missouri. But there was this house that we lived in, and it was at this huge like front room that had like a how do I say, like, the living room is behind this huge like stairway that was in the middle of the house, and then the stairway turned off into two hallways. One was where my room was, and one was where my parents and like another like guest bedroom were. And it was these railings, like, you know, like I guess a typical railing. I don't know how you describe the railings that are just like the posts, you know?
They're just safety railings, right?
Yeah. But it's like, you know, it's nice wood, pretty wood.
Mhm.
But so then my dad said one time he was putting me to bed, and I asked, Daddy, are you gonna play the game with the blood again? Because I would sneak out of my room and sit on the hall, like on that little hallway area with my feet in between the railings and watch him whatever he was doing on the TV. So watching him play Mortal Kombat, watching him
my god.
and I'm like 3. So I've always been kind of interested in that stuff. And then
I didn't know you were metal like that.
I know. My dad's name is Charles, and they call him Chuck. And so my mom would, like, my dad hated this joke. He told me that recently, that he hated that she said this, but she would always like call it like her the bride of Chucky, and then we were the seed of Chucky from like the
That's
Child's
so
Play
gross.
movies. He hated that. He recently told me he hated that. I was like, yeah, I would too.
That's so cursed,
Weird.
man.
I mean, my mom is also goth. My mom's a very goth person. And so, like, I mean, my mom wore black all the time. Like, it's like do you know what's the word? Game of Thrones.
I've heard about it.
Okay, so there's this house, because they're all, you know, different houses of different people, called House Bolton, and it's like the gory graphic house where they like skin people alive and stuff like that.
Noxus.
That's the house. Like, that's the house she chose as her house.
Oh,
like, honestly,
brother.
so like, yeah, my mom's a very proud, like, Slytherin type person. Like, she's very like happy to be goth and scary, and so I always kind of living in this house of it's okay to like goth and scary things.
Oh, love that.
My first anime was the Gore Fest too, which, yeah, don't let your children just do whatever they want, guys. I don't know why we let us do them. Like,
unrestricted internet access is like not good.
Oh my god. Well, guys, like this was like 2009, and Netflix had like started doing streaming services, and we had Netflix on the TV in the basement. You know, 2 floors away from where my parents' bedroom was, so they weren't paying attention to anything I was doing down there. And there was an anime. There's a beautiful elfin lied, depends on who you talk to, how to pronounce it. The first episode is this girl, you know, anime teenage girl, completely naked, walking through a containment facility that's killing people in incredibly gory ways, with just by walking, like, because she has invisible arms ripping people apart.
What the fuck?
And I was like 9, and this was my introduction to anime. I thought anime was the coolest freaking thing. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then I think when I was 10, I started watching actual horror movies. I mean, I also liked all the shows that were weird, like the there was this you remember? Did you ever have Discovery Kids? I think it was cable. There was this Discovery Kids, and they always had interesting, like, kind of scary shows, and like superstition, like, pretty much if you were a goth kid or like kind of an outcast edgy kid, you watched those and were a very interesting person. So I watched a lot of my parents just kind of let me watch whatever. I think that was the fault of it.
That was the fault. What kind of
Yeah.
aspects in horror like interest you? Because you said you like body horror and you said you like psychological horror.
Yes. I think it kind of like goes into my thing about true crime and why I don't like true crime. Because I'm interested in how the brain works and how we make decisions. And for someone, and I don't like hurting people. Hurting people sounds like the worst thing in the world. Like even just like emotionally being like upsetting people and stuff makes me very anxious and nervous. So it's always interesting. It's always been interesting to me why people do that and how like the brain, how we make these connections basically to decide that we're going to do terrible things, or like how we were raised to bring us to that. And in horror movies, I like that it becomes creative and very like extensive to like the person's psyche, but also understanding of the world. And like with the Saw movies, essentially, have you seen the Saw movies?
I think I've seen one for like a Halloween. I think I did with my siblings.
Okay, I've seen all of them. 10th one's my favorite. But essentially, Jigsaw, John Kramer, he is told that he has an inoperable brain tumor and thinks that like everyone should be cherishing the life that they have. So in his mind, he's decided that if someone chose that they do not cherish their lives, he should put them to the test to see if it's true that they hate themselves and want to die, or if they really truly want to live. And that's what the games are.
So he's just messing with depressed people.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Pretty much. And it's also because I think the one that people forget that is in the first movie, it's people who try to force their suffering for attention when there are actual people hurting is also a big thing he thinks about, because there was a guy, it's the barbed wire trap, maze trap, where he is self-harming for attention, for people to feel bad for him and to do things for him. And so so Jigsaw is like, if your life is so that terrible and you don't want to be around anymore, then you can stay in this barbed wire maze and just go. Or you can crawl through the wire maze out to the opening and live. You have 3 hours. Good luck. Like, he dies. But I think that's the part that's interesting, is not only like John's kind of crazy ideas of how we should prove that we like deserve to live, but also just the traps in general. Like, how do you come up with some of these things? And that's what I enjoy mostly about the Saw movies, especially after the first three, because the first three are the only ones really that first three, and I remember the 10th one. The 4 through 9 are not great. And so it becomes a lot more about the creativity, and that's what I like about the later ones, is that it's just really creative and interesting.
Yeah, I feel like horror at its best is like when people really get creative with like how the fact that horror like really doesn't limit you to rules. You can really kind of just do whatever as long as it like sticks to landing.
Yeah, and I think a big thing that I've loved about, because our generation are very into horror. Like, horror is kind of like really boomed, especially international horror, because now we're, the globalization of everything. We can see everything other countries are making and other things that they're more afraid of, because horror movies come from our own anxieties and fears. So they also are a like footprint in history of what kind of things people were afraid of.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, so like slasher movies where we were kind of afraid of the stranger, like the random person who would come and hurt you. And then like there's a lot of home invasions back when the housing crisis and everything, that became a big thing, was home invasions, trying to kind of be like, well, what if I finally get a home and someone tries to like come hurt me? Like, I
think Aliens were about like the Red Scare or something, of like, there's somebody that's not supposed to be there and whatnot. Yeah.
And So that's why horror isn't just something to be scary. It's like a movement and everything. And I think that's another thing I'm very interested in horror, especially Japanese horror, because I'm not a big fan of Japanese horror because it's actually very scary. And it makes me very nervous. But I've always been interested in Japanese ghost stories too. So it's like when I am brave enough to dip my toes into things, I do like looking at Japanese horror as well.
I don't know shit about Japanese horror, other than like their animes are comfortable enough, like depicting people's fingernails getting ripped off, and that's enough for me, you know.
Yeah, that's one of my issues. Well, my thing with like torture and stuff like that is I feel it when I write it, so I get really uncomfortable. So watching it like on a screen is also very scary. But
Curse
I
of
also
the
want
empath.
Yeah. Oh, awful. I remember when I was writing mother-daughter time, I would be sitting in the library, and my friend said it was really funny to watch me because you'd be writing, and then all of a sudden you would stretch out your fingers and go, ah, and then go right back. Yeah. The inside joke is I talk about how my particles feel it. The particles are feeling it. Like,
that's so funny.
I also used to want to be a horror like movie director and screenwriter and all that kind of stuff. So horror was very ingrained into me, and it still kind of is. Sometimes I sit here, I'm like, I should write a horror movie.
I think it would be really fun if like we ever had the time to make like a horror short film.
That'd be so, dude. Oh my, so I have a fear of coming up with ideas at this point. Because there's become a trend that anytime I have an idea and I'm like, I think this is an idea I should like do or pursue or start working on and do all this and that, someone else is already doing it. It makes me so frustrated.
I mean, I don't think that's a problem though. There's the reason why genres exist, you know?
Well, no, it's different when it's like the exact thing I'm thinking of and I go, how the fuck did you do that? When it was my idea first.
Well, then you just explore the idea like in a different direction, you know?
I think like the biggest example I can give is when I was in middle school, not even like early middle school, like 4th grade middle school. No, not even 4th grade, 6th grade. I don't remember what grade things are. I was in my creepypasta phase, and I wanted to write a Slender Man horror movie. And it's about 4 girls because I had 3 other friends. So it'd be when I had 2 friends and then they had friends, and that was the situation. And about 4 girls who succumbed to Slender Man sickness, like the Slender sickness, whole thing. And I like started a script for it. I wrote out everything that would happen on my middle school computers in the library. So, you know, lost access to that after 8th grade. But so then, you know, the Slender Man movie comes out years later, and they stole my fucking plot. Like, I don't know if you've seen the Slender Man movie. It's awful. But I'm saying, like, this does, like, the premise and everything that happened sounds like a middle schooler wrote it. You guys stole my
Slender
shit.
Sickness?
No, Slender Sickness was a thing for creepypasta, but like everything that happens with the girls in the movie, I sit here like, y'all stole my shit. Y'all stole my plot.
You're just gonna let that slide? You gotta hunt down the author, bro. You gotta make an example of him.
Oh my god. But then one of the girls I babysit, she was showing me this show that came out, and I don't know if it's still if it's airing or if it is out. I don't remember. All I know is that there's books for it now because she read me half the book and I read her half the book for bedtime. And it's this story about this cat named Princess Penelope, who's purple and does like acts of kindness, and I was kind of sitting there and I was like, who the fuck went in my brain and stole my idea for my puppet show? Like, I'm really mad. Princess Penelope and the Preposterous Purse.
That's cute.
Dude, I had to explain this, but I'm starting to feel like Michael Jackson. I'm starting to feel it. Do you know the Michael Jackson thing?
Oh, he was scared that like God was gonna give his idea to somebody else or something?
he was gonna give his ideas to Prince because the one time he was like, he fell asleep because he gets his ideas in his dreams. He would wake up and write them down. The one time he fell asleep and did not write it down, it was Purple Rain, and Prince made Purple Rain. So that's like
That's insane.
And I'm starting to feel like Michael Jackson. I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see why I gotta write shit down and do it now.
Hey man, at least your Axolotl song is still yours.
No, it's not.
Fuck you mean it's not?
The Axolotl song?
Yeah.
No, that's from a TikTok I saw.
God damn it.
Well, okay, so the first like two lyrics and then the last the like finishing lyric, that's from that TikTok. The girl that I babysit, Sweet Baby Hazel, we came up with the rest of we came up with our own lyrics for it. So that's the part we've made. Yeah, we've made like an extra 12 lyrics.
Okay, at that point it's basically a remix.
So we've been workshopping.
Mm-hmm.
There was one crazy thing, so, like especially on TikTok comments. There was one TikTok comment on something that was crazy, and you share that and you go, "That's an original thought." That is
people just be saying shit.
I mean, I say shit too. Don't worry.
I mean, we all do, but like some of that shit's egregious. Some of that shit does not need to be out in the world.
Yeah. Some
people just like post without thinking, and it shows.
Yeah, and then it comes back and bites you in the
ass. Depend. Honestly, one of my favorite TikTok things is where like somebody writes like a hate comment, a homophobic comment, or racist comment, and then the person that posts it finds their online identity and like makes a TikTok like, "Hey, I found your real name, your address, and everything." That gives me joy.
I love the one. There was one where this guy sent a like really homophobic, transphobic DM to someone on Instagram, and they made a whole video about how they found out they found their real identity. They found out what college they were going to. They found out what they did, and they submitted everything with the evidence of that this person.
Oh my god, I love
to the college where they lost their entire scholarship, and
as it should be. All right,
I was like, oh, see, that's the justice I love with canceling people is when we do that, or like when have you seen the video? There's like a recent thing where it was at a gas station. This father with his two girls, he took his two girls into the women's restroom. It was an empty women's restroom. There's no other woman, like no person in there. But he took his daughters into the women's restroom because that is a safe space to take your daughters, your two young daughters. And a woman came in and saw him with his two daughters, which I think anyone who is sane would be like, okay, you're here for your daughter. Understandable. Yeah. If you're uncomfortable, you can wait till they're done, especially because they were just like getting ready to wash hands and stuff. But so instead she goes out and tells her husband. And so her husband is like standing in the doorway and is yelling at him, yelling at the father, calling him like terrible, awful things, and being like really like just especially in front of these two girls who are now crying because this man is yelling at their dad for just trying to take care of them. So this clip goes viral, obviously, because the dad's recording this just in case anything had happened that was more than just him yelling, what we do nowadays. And shout out to the manager that kicked that other guy out of the bathroom and held the door shut so they could finish washing their hands. Shout out to that lady. I'm so proud of you. But the internet found out who that man was who was yelling at the father, and he lost his job.
Perfect. I love that.
Yeah, it's like the one of the best things I feel about our internet culture is that we were like, no, if you're gonna do something wrong, we're gonna make you understand that you fucked up.
Yeah, because it's like as it should be, right? Like, if you're gonna say these things and do these things, like put your name behind it, put your face behind it, say that shit with your chest. And
that's why I'm like, if we like, why can't we just be kind to each other? Because when you're mean, it does have consequences. And like, I think it just doesn't reflect well on you in any aspect. Like, honestly, if I feel like if I was dating someone and I found out they were a bully in school, I would be upset. I would be like, why should I be with you if you're gonna if like I understand you could have learned and grown from that, but if your initial like instinct was to be mean, I don't understand how we can like look past that.
Eh, I mean, I'm personally like about like growth and shit. Because
Mhm.
let's be real, there are some lines where it's like you can do some absolutely crazy shit that like even if you do grow past, it's reasonable if somebody doesn't want to stay with you, right? But
Yeah.
also people are like victims of their circumstance, and as long
Yeah,
as
and
they're
I feel
willing to like change and shit and put in that work and show that they're a different person, then it's like all right, we all
yeah,
fuck up.
I think it's more you need to show me that you've changed.
Yeah,
Because I'm not
that's what it's
if
about.
I'm gonna hear that you're a bully and then like I come visit you at work and you're bullying your coworkers, we're not no. We're not
Yeah,
doing that.
absolutely.
Whatsoever.
Whenever you guys get to New York City, we're gonna be walking these streets, by the way.
I want to go to New York City. I told you I've been to New York City like one time before.
Yeah, but
Right?
that like when you were really young.
Yeah, I was like 7.
Mm.
Yeah, went to Broadway. And saw
Baby.
Wicked. I saw Wicked. And then my Nana took me to go see Lion King. While my parents and my uncle went to go see my uncle and his husband. They weren't married at the time. They went to see Spamalot. I still not seen Spamalot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's a comedy version of Camelot.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah. I love musical theater. If we're visiting New York, I'm so sorry, but I have to go to Broadway.
I don't care, bro. We can go see something over there.
Yay! I love musicals.
The one that I saw that I really liked recently was Hadestown. Have you heard about it?
Yes, I have heard of Hadestown. My youngest sibling went and saw Hadestown in New York, and they really love it. They really love it. It's really hard for me to get into like new musicals. Like you kind of have to be the person to sit me down and be like, you need to listen to this shit right now.
Yeah.
So I've only heard like Wait for Me because of all of the TikToks. I think also of a bunch of parts of mythology, or like stories and stuff. Orpheus and Eurydice makes me really sad. So that's probably another reason why I step away from Hadestown. Just kind of like, that's a sad time.
For me, it was a really big thing where I was like, I told my sister like during the intermission, like I don't know how I'm gonna get invested in this if I know how it's gonna end, Orpheus is gonna turn around, Eurydice is gonna like disappear because of yada yada yada, right? This is like it's the point of the story is literally that it never changes. It happens the same every time. And then they did such a good job setting everything up that like by the end when they were doing the walk out of like hell, I was like, no, Orpheus, don't turn around. Orpheus, no. I got really invested in it.
It's what is it? What's the saying is that to love is to turn around.
Yes.
Orpheus will always turn around.
Yes, I loved that. I loved reading that.
It's so I love have you listened to Epic?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I love Epic. I need people to understand that Epic is a different Odyssey than the actual Odyssey.
Yes.
Because Odysseus did definitely cheat on Penelope. You're gone for 20 years. You think you're gonna die a lot, and honestly, having relations with some other people is actually like the reason you're alive. Yeah, he definitely cheated on Penelope multiple times. So, but and that's a big thing that like that's like a big core part of Epic is that he loves Penelope so much that he wouldn't do that. When you read the Odyssey, it's pretty apparent that he had to do it. If he didn't do it, he's kind of shit out of luck.
Yeah.
But that does not stop me from Would You Fall in Love with Me Again being like my favorite song. And I'm like I want to walk down to the aisle of that song. I love that song.
Yeah, it's like the same story but a different approach, and I feel like Odysseus being like that determined to get back to his wife and like no matter what, like it adds to the story. It really does.
And I think especially in this era of dating where it's hard to find yearners. Like it feels like it's hard to find people who would fight for 20 years, fight gods to come back to you. Like it's like the book talk girlies. We're so like invested in just this in a man that we love so much.
Yes, I feel like being nonchalant is overrated.
Dude, I'm sorry, if I date a man that's not a yearner, I need you to shoot me.
We'll do.
I've my standards have very much skyrocketed from my past partners. I'm very much like, if I know what I need from a partner, and if you can't provide that for me, then we're just not gonna work out.
Yeah, it's great. You know what you want, and those standards protect you. You know.
Yeah. I literally, hold on. I'm gonna pull it up so I can do it word for. My coworker, who the one that's like the gossip frog like me, drama frog. I texted her, if I ever start seeing a man who won't send me bicep pics, I need you to knock some sense into me with a frying pan, because that's what I want. And if I'm pushing my standards down, I need to be told to leave.
Here's the thing, right? I feel like a lot of the way that like both men and women view love is through the saying like everybody wants to be a hero and like run into the burning building to save the child, but nobody wants to help mom do the dishes, right? Like it's easier to do the one big act of love than like the little ones that really add up and like accumulate.
Yeah. Oh, there was some show, I don't know what it was, but they had the saying, I just wanted to fold laundry and do taxes with you.
Oh, everywhere at the end of time.
Yeah, I've never seen that. But I've seen that phrase. And
yeah.
I think that's a big part of relationships nowadays, is no one, it feels like, because I can't say that anymore, because there are people out there who do make the effort. They're just usually in a relationship. But it feels like the mundane domestic things are harder for people, and it is, you have to change your life and how you act, and it's changing a big part of your daily life, and a lot of people don't want to change their daily life. They're very content with how it is.
Yeah.
And like that's why I'm like hesitant to get into I'm like, oh, I would love one, but I'm pretty content right now. Like I got my cat, I got my friends. Like adding another person into that means I, stop hanging out with my friends as much, and then like
you disrupt the dynamic.
And it's like, at this point you have to show me you're worth changing my time. And I used to just kind of drop at a hat and pick whoever would give me their time to mold my time, and now it's like, no, I think my time is important now.
That's beautiful. I love that for you.
Yeah. I think like a month ago I ran into my ex-boyfriend, and so it's been a lot of reflection and change since back then. I think about the things I would do for him and be like, yeah, and you didn't do that for me. Thank you.
Yeah, people should be adding to your life and being like worth the effort.
Yeah. And then there's Scotty, that's my baby.
I love Scotty. I will always say this. I love that cat.
Dude, and Scotty's like such a good vibe person. Like if you've got good vibes, Scotty is all up for you. The one person that he did not like was my ex-boyfriend, so that should have said a lot about him.
My man. Okay. I got some questions that like they're mostly for backup, but here's one that I do want to ask.
Why are we biting me? Sorry.
You were talking about him.
I went to go touch my mouse and he was just freaking trying to bite me.
Okay. So as a Twitch streamer.
Oh god, yeah.
Who would you want to do a collab with, and what would you want to do?
A good question. I would love to play games with Chibi Doki. I think she's hilarious.
Oh, she's so fucking funny, dude.
She's so funny, and I like watching her clips. I'm like, this is how I wish I could be. Like, I wish I could just be a little gremlin. Like, she's so funny. I think doing something with Queso would be really cool because we both got our cats.
Queso's so chill.
I love Queso. He's
Queso
like
is so
watching.
wholesome. He's so like humble. He's great.
He is. I love Queso. I love his mom too when she's around. I love her. I would love to like Iron Mouse. I'd love to play games with Iron Mouse or just like sit and talk with Iron Mouse.
Iron Mouse is a classic.
Just because I'm like, she's such a like, she's an icon. She is like quite literally like when you I feel like when people think of streamer, she is one of like the biggest like she is the biggest VTuber I think people think of from the global stage. And I would love to talk to her and just like get to like know her outside of like her stream and like just her life. Like I know she shares a lot about it, especially since she can do outside of streaming. But like I want to tell her I'm proud of her.
She's an absolute symbol of perseverance.
Like, yeah, and she's like she's doing so well. Like she's getting better. Like I'm so proud of her and how far she's like grown as like a content creator, but also just like pushed through everything and everything she's had to go through.
Yeah, went from being like bedridden to like now walking on a treadmill for like a bunch of minutes.
Yeah, so I think it's like she can do like half an hour now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I want, and like I know she knows, but I'm like, I hope she is aware that her song, no matter how many people give her shit for it, "Cry for Me" is great. I love "Cry for Me."
Oh yeah, dude, I loved it too.
Like, and she's just, I love Iron Mouse.
Honestly, also one of the things that came from me was the "Cry for Me" X Jackpot. That also hit so hard. I loved the combination.
I love that one.
Hell yeah, dude. It was so good.
Also, her Abracadabra cover.
Oh yes.
Love it. Honestly, I don't really like the Abracadabra song. It's just not my kind of song. But when I heard it from Iron Mouse, it's like, oh shit. I liked it. Sorry, yeah.
I am personally you know about offline TV, right?
No.
You don't know offline TV?
Maybe I do. I just don't know them as that. What is offline TV?
Because they're also pretty big in the streamer space, and they're known for they're mostly known for gaming content like League of Legends and stuff. But as a group, they do like some IRL content, like going to shooting ranges, like trying to cook stuff, like trying to do like there's basically like with Lily Pichu.
Okay, I was like, I feel like maybe this is because I like Lily Pichu, her YouTube videos.
Oh yeah, the vlogs, the videos, great.
Yeah. I watched a lot of her. I've seen Pokemon. I've seen, like I said, I know her. I know Michael.
Oh, I love Michael Reeves. If there's any one person I would like to collab with, it would be Michael Reeves. He's so fucking funny.
Honestly, that'd be such a vibe. And then I know that one guy with the blue sweater.
Disguised Toast.
Yeah.
At the bottom, right?
Yeah. I've seen him before.
Yeah, that's the Among Us guy.
Yeah, I know that guy.
He's Mr. Among Us.
Mr. Among Us.
Mr. Among Us. But they do such like great stuff, or like such creative stuff for their like group channel. They do archery, they do surfing, they do skydiving, and it's like I fucking love going outside and just trying shit. But like a collab with them and just doing something, it would be hella fun. I would have a great time. And Michael Reeves, I love that man. He's so funny.
I remember when like the internet exploded when it came out that Michael and Lily were together. And I like had no idea who these people were. I was like, huh. Good for you guys.
Yeah, I feel like a part of it is like they suit each other, like they're very similar and they're very different. Because Michael is a lot more like engineering, like brains, like construction, like very practical skills. And then Lily's more like creative skills, like art, music, drawing, that kind of stuff, right? And then voiceovers and whatnot. And then Lily is more like quote unquote wholesome, and Michael's more quote unquote edgy, but they like still get along like very well. Like Michael softens himself up for her a little, and Lily is willing to like make edgier jokes to like, you know, meet him too. And it's like it's really cute to see that.
I remember finding Lily Pichu from her playing the melodica at an anime con.
I've
She's
heard
like
about
following
that one.
cosplayers around.
Yeah.
You've never she's like playing the melodica, which is this which is a keyboard that you blow into to make the sound, and she's just following cosplayers around.
I feel like that's so creative as like an idea.
Yeah, it also just means she's so talented because you have to remember like how to play the piano.
Yeah.
Melodica.
Dude, she's so good at music. She's so good at art.
Oh my!
I've seen a recent offline TV video where she did a
ago.
voiceover, and it did not sound like her at all. It sounded like a whole different person. And I was like, I didn't know she could change her voice like that.
She voices Sayu. Not Sayu, what's her name? The Tanuki girl.
Yeah, it's Sayu.
Genshin.
Yeah,
Sayu?
I know about that.
Okay, because sometimes I say Sayu and I think of Alejandro Saab. Who I would also like to stream with him, to talk to him about Azul, and because he voices Azul from Twisted Wonderland. I would love to like just sit and talk about Twisted Wonderland and like info dump on him about the Azul fandom and how like crazy we all are, and how like he should be so honored to be Azul.
And we isn't he friends with Amelie?
Yes, I would also.
So
I would love to
funny.
talk to Amelie about music. You know, she's the big like cover artist. Everyone knew her for doing her covers.
Yeah.
And she like grew in this industry, and I'm like, I would be so cool to talk to you about it and just be like, oh my god, you're awesome.
Yeah, it's always interesting to talk with people about their specific field and how they operate and how they go about doing their things.
Yeah.
Here's another interesting question. What's a huge green flag for the opposite gender?
If kids can come up and talk to you.
Yes.
If your child comes up and talks to you and you can have a conversation with them, I'm immediately like, I need this man.
Okay, I didn't expect it to be like that, but
it's like if I think also kids are good at like figuring people out, and if a child immediately is kind of like, especially a child that is not usually kind of reserved, if a child like often distant from you, I'm gonna get bad vibes. Same with animals. Like that's why like I got a Scotty test, where if Scotty doesn't like you, then I don't know, I don't trust you.
Okay, let me flex real quick. I used to do like it was volunteer work with the school, and I used to help the teachers like as an assistant teacher to like help handle the kids in the classroom, right? And there's like 2 classrooms for kindergarteners, and there was this group of triplets, right? And 2 of them got sorted into one classroom together, and another one got sorted into another classroom by himself. And I assumed
why would you do that?
Yeah, I assume it was his first time like alone, like without his siblings like that, because he didn't know how to socialize with anybody. Like he was really quiet, but he stuck to me like glue.
Yeah, when kids like, if kids can trust you, especially when they are nervous and afraid, that says a lot about you.
It says something good about your vibe. Yeah. Approachability.
Yeah.
I feel like I had an answer, but now I'm like blanking out. Because I was really thinking about this kind of stuff before.
I'm gonna eat a cracker while you think.
Nah, I'm blanking. This is the worst time to be blanking, but I'm blanking.
Well, you'll think about it at 2 in the morning.
I'll think about it at 2. Yeah, you're so right.
You'll wake up to go to the bathroom and then remember it.
Also, not you voting against my dad lore.
If you want to do, you do it. Grow your dad lore if you want to.
No, I value democracy above all else.
Okay.
If I'm gonna be honest though, I thought it was Shane that said for the lore. I didn't know he voted against it too.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know Shane's thought processes. Living with him is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, he seems like at this point he seems like amicable enough to be like a good roommate.
Yeah, we're it's a month before we head down. Like, on the day.
The photos of like you guys sending the dehydrated plushies is so funny.
our vacuum sealed plushies. You need to show the pictures of my
I'm definitely gonna drop them in post. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my because I have 2 giant plushies that we're bringing, and one is my it's like the really really big squishmallows of a dragon. My mom got it for me after I had my wisdom teeth removed, and she said I slept on it like a cat. Like that's why it's so like squished, malformed. Just 'cause I was like I slept on top of it. And then for my birthday, my friend Justin brought this giant peep for me. And I love it. I appreciate it. Thank you, Justin. But my immediate thought when he left after he... How the fuck am I getting Texas? So when I found out when I got it to fit inside of jumbo vacuum seal bag, I was like, all right, we're getting
Perfect. It is really fun to see, though.
Oh yeah, no, I promise you, we're gonna take videos of women bags and have them just like expand.
Oh yes, I want to see them expand.
Yes. Don't worry. There will be videos.
I think I talked a little bit with Nano about this. How do you think you overlap in personality with your siblings?
Oh, we're all fucking weird. We all got our like little things that we're fucking weird about.
But like, do you mean like fixations, or do you mean like?
Yeah, but I think also we're all just silly. I think a big part is my dad and mom raised us to be silly. My dad especially. My dad's a funny silly guy. And so he raised some funny silly children. And that's it. So we are all very, very funny silly. And I think my sister and I, especially because my youngest sibling is 8 years younger than me. And by the time that they'd started kind of like, gaining consciousness, as you do as a human, was right around when I started kind of checking out of being at home. So I, did not interact with my youngest much as I probably should have or have been. So I know that my sister and them have a much different relationship than I do with them. But yeah, I still mess with them.
That's good. That's an important relationship you need to have.
Yeah. There's my mom recently reposted a video from her Facebook memories, and it's me poking them, and then they stop me, and like anyway, I look at my mom and they hit me.
Love that.
And I poke them all the time. There's another video my mom has from their graduation party where I'm just like tickling them and messing with them. So yeah,
you poke people. Charlie bites people.
Yeah, I'm a poker. I poke people. especially because I know where all their ticklish spots are, so I just poke it.
Anything to acknowledge their existence.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like before I used to have some overlap with Nando. I feel like these days I have very little overlap with him. I feel like I've retained like very teehee, goofy, not taking anything seriously vibe, and he's like so serious, so strict, so regimented. I think we just both maintained our humor though.
Yeah, no, we're very silly, goofy people. My sister is very silly, goofy. Like when you meet her, she seems like, I think this is why people think she's older. She's so like put together and like very like mature. But like the minute if you hang out with her, ooh, she's like me. She's so silly.
You need to have some whimsy in your life.
And
it's required.
She truly does. She's very like she is like one of those like doesn't take shit. Like she's very like I get really sad. She can get mad really fast. I get sad really fast. She gets mad really fast. But like it's always justified.
Yeah.
But she's like, if you could get her to laugh, she's so silly. Like she has my dad's sense of humor so hard.
What was I gonna say? Because I feel like it's definitely important. Like, if you have a more serious personality trait, or if you're like that kind of well put together person, like that whimsy is kind of like the release of pressure that you tend to build up, and it's really important to have that trait.
It's just, I see my dad and my sister a lot, just personality wise.
Whimsy, I love that word.
It helps. It was like it helps it like your parents always say, "Oh, I don't have favorites."
Yes.
Yeah, my sister is definitely my dad's favorite, and I'm okay with that.
Mm.
I was his first. I was the one that made him a dad, so I'm like very like I understand. But I mean, she would sit and watch football with him. She like hung out with him a lot more. Like he took her to a shooting range. Like he's never taken me to a shooting range. Like she's always just been like they've just had a much like stronger, I feel like, connection.
I mean, I'm the opinion that like parents generally don't have a favorite. I think it really is just you love them differently.
Yeah, because like I mean I know my youngest sibling is my mom's favorite. Because she babies them, lets them do whatever they want.
I feel like most parents like let the youngest do whatever they want, because at that point it's
Ooh.
like,
Ooh,
yeah.
my sister and I have bonded over how much my youngest sibling gets away with. Like, my youngest sibling started swearing at, like, 13, 14. If I swore at 13, 14, I got in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, I got like, ugh.
I used to joke with my sister that Nana didn't get beat enough.
Honestly, yeah, sometimes it feels like that.
Yeah.
Like, my parents never did that. My dad spanked my sister one time and cried, so my parents never did that. But it's like we had a much stricter upbringing, I feel, than my youngest sibling. Because we had Thanksgiving or Christmas, and my Gigi, like we were like watching my sibling talk to the family. You know, for once actually talking to people and not hiding behind a guitar. And she like looked at me, whispered to me, and said, "We would never talk. We would never let you talk to people like that."
Yeah.
So,
at some point, you're like, it's bullshit.
Yeah. No, there was like one point where I think my youngest sibling was 12, and we were joking. We were like making jokes. Like we were just telling jokes that like honestly my dad wouldn't make. Not really. Actually no, my dad wouldn't make jokes like that. Mainly because my mom would get mad at him. But we were just joking about like how like because they're the youngest, they're the reason that like when mom sneezes a little bit she pees, because you know that's what happens when you've had 3 children.
Yeah.
And you know, just kind of joking and you know poking fun, and they started crying. And my mom like told them to go sit on the couch and pick out a movie for us to watch, and then looked at us and was like, "You guys are so mean to them." We're like we look at each other like, "Are you serious right now?"
Some light bullying is good for development.
It's exactly. But
Like
like
the answer,
literally,
yeah.
my sister and I talked about it. We were like, if I was like that to her, or if she was like that to me, both of my parents would have been like, just rub it off. It's fine. It's just a joke. Rub some dirt in it. You'll be fine. Like the absolute babying of my youngest sibling.
Yeah, it's like the first is the crash dummy. The last one is like the saran wrap one.
Oh my god, my sister was so. My sister, like, you know, middle child syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
My sister did not let her become a middle child syndrome. She was very loud. I don't want to say obnoxious, but it's just, you know, she's a kid. She's like, yeah. She wants to be the center of attention. And I was a very quiet kid. I kind of always was like I always kind of felt out of place. And I think that's why my Gigi and I got along. I always place. She's my step grandma. And so when, you know, a big family thing, sometimes she said she felt out of place and didn't really know what to do.
Oh, yeah, I feel like you talk about her a lot, and I think that's really sweet.
Yeah, my Gigi. I've got 3 grandmothers, and I love all of them. I've learned a lot from all of them, and I look up to them and how they've been. Like I do have like my dad's grandma is a very eccentric, interesting lady who is very set in her way, and I love her, but there are many things I do not agree with her.
Yeah.
But she's like the person who baked with me all the time. She's the one that like told me about like how like being kind to people and loving people is what, you know, like religion is supposed to be about. 'Cause she's my grandfather her husband, my granddad, was a pastor. He was a Southern Baptist pastor, which you never think of that as a good thing. Like,
Yes.
the Southern Baptists are very interesting people. But my granddad always talked about love and how important it is to love people in the world, and to love your neighbor, and to want the world, like, the best for them, so it's a very much a. So she's always like, when you talk about like we talked about in the first one, where I'm like kind of like love is a big part of everything. She's one of the ones that started. She's very like, love is very big for her and was very big for me.
That's so great that she imparted that onto you.
Yeah. And then my nana, she's my mom's bio mom. I say bio mom just to like her mom, not like my Gigi that mom. My nana was a very like big pioneer for herself, and just is like this, has always shown me like a pillar of strength in a person. And because she's a blonde woman from the South, where in the 60s she was a math major and scientist.
Ooh.
And she married someone who was not white in the South in the 60s.
Oh boy.
My Lolo is Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's totally different culture and everything.
Yeah.
And she's always been the different one. She's very liberal. She's a Democrat and very like outspoken about that. I love that she's a very logical thinker. Like, she's the one that showed me how to piece together a feeling and an idea of how like your own personal beliefs and how they everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, especially this last Christmas, I spent like an extra time with her, and I got like even more like scope of how she was growing up and how she's become the way she is. And I'm very proud of her for how she is, and she's very, very, she's a strong pillar person.
I feel like it says something about like the natural compassion and love that you have in your heart if like you're raised in somewhere like South Texas or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
And then like your values reflect like, love and compassion and actually giving a fuck about other people from like different races or different walks of life, despite what like you're taught.
Yeah, because I think a big thing for her is that she said sometimes it just like the things that people would tell her wouldn't make sense to her, and so she was always different. And she's also become like a pillar of knowledge for a lot of her friends, because she's like she when you're older, you have this community of women together, all older, and she's the only Democrat. They're all Republicans. Like, and actually in her neighborhood, but if they have a question on something they don't understand, especially like LGBT stuff, she knows the answer and will tell them about it. Like, when there's the whole thing about like people in drag can't read to children, that like whole debacle. Yeah. She like explained what a drag queen is and why it's an art form and not malicious. Mm-hmm. And she's becomes this, it helps them understand. And she's like in her like 80s, and she's still like very like progressive in understanding of the world and wants other people to understand.
It's definitely very important to have those kinds of people in the community, because that's how other people who are like usually more closed off or reserved, or they don't bother to learn about that kind of stuff, actually get to learn about that kind of stuff and like expand their horizon basically.
Yeah, she's basically she's really cool. I to be honest, my family's pretty cool. I might not be a very like interesting individual when it comes like from like a lens, but my family is really cool. I'm always proud of my family.
Good on you. My family's full of criminals.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I'm mostly kidding. I think half of them are legitimately insane, but the other half of them are great. I absolutely love them.
No, I mean, like my whole family is really. My My family has done always really cool things, which I think is why like my family are always like, why don't you want to do cool things? Like, I'm pretty okay.
Yeah, diversity in the family group. The more chill one.
Yeah, kind of here.
What do you usually do after a bad day?
Bed rot. Yeah, I'm out. So, I actually had a really shitty day on Wednesday. And there are two things that help me is either I have complete alone time, or if I know that I'm having a shitty day and then I have to do something else later, I need a consistent stimulation. Like if I go into bed, I'm not gonna want to do it.
Yeah.
So but usually if I had a really bad day, I just I like TikToks. I mess around with like fan fictions. Like pretty much just like be in my little phone space.
Is there anything you usually do to try and like lighten your mood before it gets to that point?
Just hang out with Scotty.
That's nice.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at just kind of writing it out.
Because like what I do is like I actively like I feel like when I can, I try and take a bath because I feel like that's a very clear line of separation between the bad stuff and like what comes after. So
yeah,
it feels like it feels like a reset point, you know? Because like normally when you take a bath, it's like in the morning or at night. So it's like there's already in your mind a separation there between this point and that point. So whenever I have a bad day, I try and take a shower whenever possible. But I'm also very like, I'm just gonna grab like, you know, a nice sweet treat or something that'll like cheer me up, or put on some like more upbeat music to force my mind to be like, let's get our head out of that and let's like, you know, try and get on a different vibe.
Work for me. Little treats don't work for me because I always believe I deserve a little treat. So I'll be like on the way home and be like, what if we stopped at Sonic?
I'm a big investor in the sweet treat economy, bro. I cannot live without my sweet treats.
Honestly, sometimes it's the only thing I'm looking forward to.
I mean, yeah. The little goals in life, like sweet treats, are gonna make them worth living sometimes.
I think it's also just I need space alone from people. That's what I need. So like if bed rotting is me getting my space alone, that's what I do.
You know, that's fair. Because I also don't like being around people when I'm in a bad mood.
Because I know like some days I'll have a really bad day, but then I'm like, okay, I gotta cook. Then my day is better because I'm cooking by myself.
Yes.
I'm just cooking and making things for Bestie. So when Bestie comes home, she has food.
What? Okay, so if I put this before you, would you try it? A cold brew? Half cold brew, half OJ.
Oh! I unfortunately have already tried that. So
really?
No. I hated it.
Oh, dude, I'm drinking some right now. I love it.
No, I hate it. I think I also I don't really like citrus too much. Like I like citrus, it's just not my thing. Like my youngest sibling is a citrus head.
I'm also citrus head.
I don't like citrus that much. But also I don't like black coffee. So a black cold brew sounds awful. And then you're putting freaking orange juice in it. Awful. I hated it. Because when I worked at Starbucks, we always like made the crazy things people find online and stuff.
Yeah.
That I also tried back when they had the olive oil coffee at Starbucks.
The fucking what?
Awful. Extra awful. I don't know. It's something in Italy, I guess, where olive oil in your coffee and it makes it smoother or whatever. All I think of just lubricates your digestive system for the coffee situation. Like I don't understand the concept.
It does sound weird. It does sound bizarre.
Yeah.
I tend to like harder drinks when like I either need it for function or for a specific vibe, right? Like black coffee is like I need the energy like right now, or I just want to feel cool. And the same thing with like an old fashioned. Like I'm either trying to get slammed or I'm trying to be like a 80s noir detective.
Oh no, dude. I gotta like what I'm drinking, or else I won't drink it. But when I went to a coffee shop yesterday, because I had the day off of work and I wanted to work on, I'm making hats for all of my kids in my class that I'm leaving. Which apparently the teachers, my co-teachers, did not know I was making them for everyone, but that I was just making it for the kindergarten. Now I'm like making them.
That's a lot, dude.
I make 20 hats. I've made 11 so far. Almost done. But I got a drink and I took one sip of it and I was like, oh, this is awful. But I'm too socially awkward, so I didn't go up until like it.
Oh.
So I just gradually would sip it every once in a while. I didn't even finish. I was there for from 9:30 to almost 3 o'clock, and I didn't even finish it.
Oh, yeah. That's fair.
There was a significant less amount in there, but I really did not.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, there's some drinks that I also just cannot get into me, like tequila, mezcal. That's just straight.
No,
that's just straight gasoline.
Sorry, mezcal is also awful.
Yeah, it's straight gasoline, dude.
It literally smells like cough drops. Oh my god, the video's over. Oh my god, we're back on the streets.
Yeah, it's looped, dog. It's looped.
Like I saw the words above us, and I was like, oh my god.
The credits. But
Rapture.
Yeah, there is a limit to like what I'm willing to drink and what I'm not.
I'm willing to try anything. I think that's something my parents instilled for us. Was we always had to try something.
Yeah, that's an excellent trait.
We called it a no thank you bite.
I like that.
Is that you can try it, and if you didn't like it, you say no thank you. I don't want it.
I will be using that for my kids.
Do it. That's like, because it creates creative eaters. It makes them.
You know what? I will be using that for Fernando.
Fernando.
He is a picky eater.
I do it for my friends, especially like my friends who are were very picky eaters, and you know the type that eat chicken fingers and French fries.
Yeah.
I'm always like, I'll get something, and I was like, you should try it, and they're like, no, I'm not gonna like it. And I was like, how do you know? And they're like, because I know, and I go, you didn't try it.
No,
so
you don't.
Just take a no thank you bite. It's not that serious.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like some smell is a part of taste, but like I'm not gonna give them that.
No, like I found out I love oysters because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try one, and I like oysters.
What about fish? I love fish. This is great.
I love fish. I've learned that I like. I'm not the biggest. I don't know what's going on with me. I have weird food issues. But I get. I'm not the biggest fan of cooked fish, but I love sushi.
You know what? I also like raw fish.
I think it's just I prefer raw fish right now. I think it's the flaky texture. I don't like the flaky texture of cooked fish, but I used to. Like I love fish, and I used to love it a lot. I'm having a lot of like food issues, so it's like right now I know that I'm comfortable eating sushi and shrimp. I mean, you can't eat raw shrimp, so I do cook, but I like very shellfish and raw fish.
Yes, I do like the feeling of like eating a raw salmon because I feel like a bear.
Dude, it's called bear maxing. Have you seen that?
Yes, sir.
It's bear maxing.
Your fish, your berries.
It's your fish, your berries, your nuts.
Oh, I love bear maxing.
The first time I saw it, I was like, I wonder.
Nano hates raw fish, and I'm like, you got a bear max, man. You got a bear max.
See, that's the thing. So living in the Midwest, I have met people that hate fish, that will not eat fish. I think fish is the worst thing in the world. And then I have met people who are like drowning in fish. They're like, I have to have fish every day or I will die.
I luckily live near like the ocean. Like no short of a fish here.
I'm so excited to be living in southern Texas when it comes to the food. Because we're going fish. Fish.
Hold on. I gotta look up where the nearest Texas Roadhouse is. Because like every so often I'll get a craving for it. It was not good that you guys introduced me to it. You know what? It's not that far. I don't know how I'm gonna get there. I think I'm just gonna have to walk through the highway, but it's not that far.
But sometimes you gotta risk an Uber.
Oh, I can't Uber there. You're so right. I just never use an Uber, so I forget that it exists. But oh dude, Texas Roadhouse. I didn't expect to like it, but damn, that shit was delicious.
It was so good.
It was so good. The corn with straight butter. 2 basic ass ingredients. Delicious.
You've never had buttered corn? Like straight up?
No, because I live in a Mexican family and my mom hates cooking.
You're right.
but I have had corn with mayo and tuna.
I have not had that. That sounds good though.
It is really good because like sometimes tuna can be really dry, so the mayo like makes it like actually like consumable.
Well, I love tuna mayo, like rice balls, onigiri.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude. If like I would say try it once. It's
Okay.
really good. It's really good.
Give me more things to eat tuna mayo with, because sometimes I'll make rice balls, and then I'll just have a shit ton of tuna mayo because I'm the only one that eats it, and then I don't eat it.
That's so sad.
Give me more shit to eat.
Yes. Tuna is just it's also so I love making it because it's so easy, and I also don't like cooking. So just having to throw in tuna, mayo, corn, mix it together, and that's it. It's just it's perfect. I live off of that shit for like half the week. Also, gets your protein in.
Yeah, I have a problem with proteins. I have a problem with eating in general sometimes. That's a topic for another time.
I also just feel like it's hard to get like accessible, healthy food sometimes, especially in this economy.
It's so expensive.
It's so expensive. It's a pain.
It's so
So yeah, I don't fault people for having like issues with all that stuff these days.
And you know, like sometimes I kind of sit there and I'm like, I don't think I could eat anything but a McDonald's cheeseburger right now. Like that is the only thing I could eat right now, or else I will.
Yeah, sometimes I get honestly a McDonald's cheeseburger is pretty good too.
Dude, it's so much bread.
Mhm.
It's just bread.
But the bread is pretty light.
But I also use it. I get a Tism burger, but it's what Bestie calls it, is a Tism burger.
Tism burger.
Which is meat, cheese, and ketchup.
And the bun?
Oh yeah, wait. Yes.
Okay. I was like, wait a
minute. Yeah. Because I got I have food issues. And it's becoming even more apparent as I get older and I can make more choices with food. It's hard for me to. Food is really difficult. But it's my one consistent thing is meat, cheese, and ketchup on a burger. Maybe sometimes I'll boost it up and get a bacon on it.
Yeah. I think it's just good safety food.
It's a good safety. McDonald's is a great safety place for me.
I like their McNuggets.
For a long time I didn't like their nuggets. I like them now. I
like them because they also have really good sauces.
Oh, they do. I like their sweet and sour sauce. Yeah,
sweet and sour is great, but also the tangy barbecue is classic.
I also like them because they don't look like chicken.
What does that mean?
You bite into a chicken nugget and you look in it, it doesn't look like chicken.
I mean, I guess, but I also wouldn't consider that a good thing.
I don't like chicken that looks like chicken.
Fair enough. I feel like I've eaten so much chicken in my life that like I'm tired of it. I don't want any more chicken.
I don't know why, but it becomes like a sensory problem where if I look at my chicken and it looks like chicken, I start to feel sick and I don't want to eat it anymore.
Interesting.
Which is why McDonald's is partially a comfort thing, because I can eat a McChicken. I can eat their chicken nuggets. That is the chicken I can eat. I cannot eat a McCrispy. The first time I ever got a McCrispy, because I hated it.
What's a McCrispy?
It's their like chicken sandwich. That's like the thick piece of chicken, like a chicken thigh.
I don't like chicken sandwiches.
Dude, I don't know when this problem with chicken started, because I used to go to Chick-fil-A and I loved their chicken sandwiches, but now I look at there's often time where I'm like, okay, I can't look. If I look at what I'm eating, I'm not gonna eat it.
Interesting. I mean, I do admit that like some of first you eat with your eyes. If something is just a bad mash of food, even if it tastes great, like you don't want to eat it. Like it does have to look visually appealing to some extent.
No, just if chicken looks like chicken, I'm not gonna eat it.
Like raw chicken or cooked chicken?
Cooked chicken.
So if it looks like cooked chicken, you don't want to eat it?
No, if it looks like raw chicken, I'm not gonna eat it either.
So just chicken in general?
Yeah, if it looks like chicken, I'm not gonna eat it.
What if you get chicken and then you dye it like brown, like the color of beef?
That I don't think it's a color.
I know, that was a stupid ass question.
How would you even dye a chicken?
Food dye.
Who's dyeing shit brown?
I don't know. Who's dyeing eggs green and ham green, alright?
Green eggs and ham.
That hasn't stopped people before.
My mom made green eggs and ham, but she would fill up the eggs with like seasonings.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was like herbs and shit.
I like
Like
that.
an herb crusted ham.
I love that.
Yeah, that's our green eggs and ham.
That is very whimsy. That's very whimsy coded.
I know. My mom's got her moments.
But is there any closing statements you would like to give?
Always and forever do a no thank you bite.
Yes, yes, I will be using that on Fernando.
Yep. Try
Thank
new
you for
things.
giving that to me.
Try new things, and it is okay to not like new.
Very good, very good. All right, thank you for coming on, and once again, thank you for being the first guest at in the Crash Dummy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, where are you gonna stop me? Where are you gonna drop me off?
I'm gonna wait until we're moving a little faster before I let you go.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, I got a tuck and roll.